Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I'll tell you about the basic features of every cell and the cell organelles. So without any delay, let's begin. Basic features of every cell. Cell membrane. Cell membrane is the outermost covering of the cell. They are living and selectively permeable membrane. They give shape to the cell and are made up of lipids and proteins. The cell membrane segregates the content of the cell from the surrounding. Some substances like carbon dioxide or oxygen across the cell are moving by the process of diffusion. For example, some substances like CO2 accumulate in high concentration inside the cell. In the cell's external environment, the concentration of CO2 is low as compared to that inside the cell. As soon as there is a difference of concentration of CO2 inside and outside a cell, CO2 moves out of the cell from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. Same happens with the oxygen. When there is a low concentration of oxygen in the cell, the oxygen from its surrounding comes inside of the cell through this selectively permeable membrane. Cell wall is a rigid outer covering. It is comparatively more thick than the cell membrane. It lies outside of the plasma membrane and it is only found in the plant cell. It is mainly composed of cellulose and it is non-living. And unlike the cell membrane, it is permeable. When a living plant cell loses water through osmosis, there is a shrinkage or contraction of the contents of the cell away from the cell wall. This phenomenon is known as plasmolysis. The nucleus is oval or spherical structure. It is known as the director of the cell. Major components of nucleus are nuclear membrane, nuclear pore, nucleolus, nucleoplast, chromatin material. The nucleus contains chromosomes which are visible as rod-shaped structures only when the cell is about to divide. Chromosomes contain information for inheritance of features from parents to next generation in the form of DNA molecules. Functional segments of DNA are called genes. The nucleus plays a central role in cellular reproduction, the process by which a single cell divides and forms two new cells. Prokaryotic cells have poorly defined nucleus due to lack of nuclear membrane. Organisms with cells having a nuclear membrane are eukaryotic. Cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the fluid content of the cell that occurs between plasma membrane and the nuclear membrane. All the membrane-bound cell organelles are present in the cytoplasm. In prokaryotic cells, the membrane-bound cell organelles are absent, but in the eukaryotic cells, nuclear membrane as well as membrane-bound organelles are present. Organelles. Large and complex cells, including cells from multicellular organisms, need a lot of chemical activities to support their complicated structure and function. To keep these activities of different kinds and separate from each other, these cells use membrane-bound little structures called cell organelles. Endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a large network of membrane-bound tubes and sheets extending from outer nuclear membrane to the plasma membrane. It gives mechanical support to the cell. It serves as a channel for the transport of material like protein. Endoplasmic reticulum is of two types: rough endoplasmic reticulum RER and smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Rough endoplasmic reticulum has ribosomes attached to the membrane, and smooth endoplasmic reticulum do not have ribosomes attached to their membrane. Rough endoplasmic reticulum RER are sites of protein synthesis. The manufactured protein are then sent to various places in the cell depending on need using the endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER helps in the manufacture of fat molecules or lipids and are important for the cell function. Plays a crucial role in detoxifying many poisons and drugs in the liver cells of groups of animals. Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus is a set of membrane-bound smooth, flattened cisternae have small fluid-filled vesicles. They have their own DNA and ribosomes. Their function is of storage, modification, and packaging of products in vesicles. The Golgi apparatus is also involved in the formation of lysosomes. Lysosomes are single membrane bound vascular structure in the cytoplasm. It destroys any foreign particle which enters the cell like bacteria or virus. They are able to do so because they have contained powerful digestive enzymes. During the disturbance in cellular metabolism, when the cell gets damaged, lysosomes burst and the enzymes digest their own cells. Mitochondria. Mitochondria is known as the powerhouse of the cell. They are rod-shaped structures present in the cytoplasm. They have their own DNA and ribosomes. Mitochondria has two membrane coverings. The outer membrane is very porous, while the inner membrane is deeply folded. The energy required for various chemical activities needed for life is released by mitochondria in the form of ATP. ATP is synthesized in the mitochondria at the oxysomes. Plastids. Plastids are present only in plant cell. There are two types of plastids, chromoplast and leucoplast. Chromoplast are the colored plastids. The green colored plastids are called chloroplast. They are also known as kitchen of the cell. It contains a green pigment called chlorophyll. They have their own DNA. Leucoplasts are the colorless plastids. They perform the function of storage of starch, oil, and protein granules. Vacuoles are storage sac for solid or liquid content. Vacuoles are small sized in animals, while plant cells have very large vacuoles. In plant cells, vacuoles are full of cell sap and provide turgidity and rigidity to the cell. In single-celled organisms like amoeba, the food vacuole contains the food items that the amoeba has consumed. In the unicellular organism, specialized vacuoles also play important role in expelling excess water and some waste from the cell. Now I will tell you some no more facts. Cells were first discovered by Robert Hooke in 1665. In 1674, Leeuwenhoek discovered the free-living cells in pond water for the first time. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus in the cell in 1831. The cell theory that all the plants and animals are composed of cells and that the cell is the basic unit of life was presented by two bacteriologists, Scledian in 1838 and Schwann in 1830. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share.